Hey, what's up everyone, Top 5 Dude back on your screen. Now in this video we'll be taking a look at when men stop simping for women, part 365.
Nothing, honestly. My ex has actually been really good to me.
What's the worst thing you did to an ex?
I cheated.
Sensational.
Because he accused me of cheating, so I decided I was actually gonna go do it.
Who did you cheat with?
A lot of people.
How many people?
Maybe 4 or 5.
Jesus Christ.
He never found out. I was slick with it. I was
slick with it.
Yeah, I got away with that.
That just doesn't make any sense whatsoever. She most likely was already cheating on him, but decided to just twist the story a little bit.
My husband is of kidney failure, and I've had the best news ever. His sons have taken a test to see if they're a match for Jeremy's kidneys, and they're not, which is amazing. But the reason they're not is because Jeremy's not actually their real dad. Sorry, I'm no stranger to admit that I don't like my husband's children, so this is like the best news ever. My husband doesn't know yet, but I'm obviously going to go and tell him because I just love... He doesn't need to know, but this might finally get off. He might have a heart attack this time. For anyone that doesn't know, my husband's worth 30 million, so it's the money. It's none of yours now, Hugo, is it? Obviously, he doesn't have a kidney now, so he's definitely going to, like... This is the best news I've ever had in my life.
If this is actually real, then we all know where this woman is gonna go. Let's just say she won't go to heaven.
I know that you hate me. I'm like a sweet like cinnamon. Like a fucking dream I'm living in.
This guy is simping way too much and he should get himself a new girlfriend as soon as possible. Hopefully sooner or later he will realize that he's being controlled by this woman.
When my husband and I first started dating, we had this deep conversation about cheating. He told me clear as day, if this ever happens, I need to know straight away. If you tell me and it only happens once, I think I could forgive you. And honestly, that stuck with me. It made me feel like, okay, if I ever screwed up, at least being honest would matter to him more. Fast forward 5 years and we're married now. A couple weeks ago, there was this company party, and I don't even know how to say this, but I made a huge mistake. I slept with a coworker. I know, it's awful. It was a moment of weakness, and I've hated myself every second since it happened. That conversation we had all those years ago, it kept playing in my head. I thought, if I just told him, at least I'd have a chance to fix things, you know? So a couple of nights ago, I brought it up. I asked him if he remembered those conversations we had about cheating. At first, he was like, which one? Because we had a lot of talks like that early on. So I reminded him about how he said he would forgive me if it only happened once, if I was honest. And then I told him everything. His reaction was immediate. He looked mortified. He didn't even say anything, just packed his stuff and left. I begged him to stay. I was crying, apologizing, trying to explain, but he wouldn't listen.
Right.
He said he needed to cool down and walked out. The next day, we finally talked, and I tried to remind him of that conversation, thinking maybe it would help him maybe understand why I confessed. And do you know what he did? He laughed. He was just there on the other end of the phone laughing. Then he told me that he never meant any of it. That he only said he'd forgive me back then to make sure I'd confess if I ever cheated. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. I know what I did was wrong. I'm not denying that for a second. but to hear him say he lied to me,
Yeah.
that all this time he never actually meant to forgive me, it felt like, I don't know, like I'd been set up. Now he's planning to divorce me, and he said there's nothing I can say or do to make him change his mind. And I get it. I broke his trust. But at the same time, it feels like he broke mine too. I believed we had this understanding, you know? And maybe if I knew he was lying, I wouldn't have cheated in the first place.
I'm not going to lie, that's a really smart way to find out if your girl would cheat on you. I mean, yeah, he might have manipulated her into thinking she could cheat on him, but it was all just a test all along.
Body count, and does body count matter?
Oh my goodness, I lost count a long time ago, but I knew it was about 25 by the time I graduated high school.
What do you guesstimate it's at now?
Maybe like 800?
That's high. Listen, sweetheart, that is not a body count. That's a fucking population. You are the Honda Civic of body count mileage. Congratulations. I'm sure your father's very proud of you for that. I don't even think the Spartans were 800. They were like, whatever. I'm not gonna go there. Congratulations. I'm very proud of you. Oh my.
Oh my fucking god! Help! I just drove off the road by a fucking semi-truck! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Instead of grabbing your phone and making a TikTok, maybe you should call 911.
Do you think a man should ever tell you how to dress?
Absolutely not.
So you think like you can come out however you want to and your boyfriend should feel secure with that?
Yes.
How about you, man?
Hey, if like you ain't secure enough to have a baddie, why you have her?
Ooh, so she could come out here like in a bikini or whatever she wanted to?
Hey, like I got hands, you know what I'm saying?
What you mean you got hands? What that mean?
I got hands.
I know what that mean.
I can handle that.
Handle what?
I can handle anything that happens. That's my girl. Like if anyone got a problem with it, you know what I'm saying? Like they can see me.
Oh, okay. So you mean like you a fighter if they disrespect her?
Yes, sir.
So do you think that like she's inviting that intention if she's dressing too promiscuous
I
or
don't
no?
think so. I think she's doing her.
I do not agree at all. Your woman should listen to you if you tell her you think she's dressing inappropriately. There is no reason for her to dress inappropriately if she already has a man.
Body count's 11, and no, it doesn't matter. Unless it's like excessively high.
Why do all girls say it doesn't matter though? Because it obviously matters to a point. There's gotta be a point where you're like, all right, nah.
That's what I'm saying. If it's like...
So where's your cutoff point? When you're like, hey,
I'd
I
say
need to slow
like
down.
40 for
40?
a guy.
Okay, what about a girl?
Girls can do what they want. They can have as many bodies as they want.
What about you?
Doesn't
What's your
matter.
personal beliefs on that?
I would like to not exceed 25 before I get married.
When do you plan on getting married?
I don't know. I'm not even anywhere close to a relationship, so I can't tell.
That just doesn't make any sense. First of all, why should women be allowed to have more bodies than men? Second of all, she's just saying body counts don't matter because she has a really high body count herself.
I am trigender, which means like a triangle, I have 3 genders. Male, female, and non-binary. And the difference between trigender and gender fluid is that I feel all 3 of these genders at the same time. All the time. It doesn't ever shift or change or where I feel one gender more strongly than the other. Gender fluid tends to be. Also, I should recognize and accept that a lot of people don't see non-binary as a third gender. They see it as something completely separate from the binary of male and female. But for me, it's like a third gender. Or I guess you could call it a third identity. How I feel gender-wise is like a man, like a woman, and as neither at the same time.
Alright, this was it for today's video, guys. If you enjoyed today's video, then make sure you smash that like button like always. I hope to see you all in the next one. Until then, I'm out. Peace.